Welcome back, guys. We have seen a Snake Eye Ash going to 1 as well as Wanted going to 1, and a lot of people think now finally Snake Eyes is dead. We don't have a tier 0 meta anymore, but the next tier 0 deck is already nearly here. We will get it next week on Thursday, and it's obviously the full power Fire King deck. And this is a list that you could just run on release day. We also get the new card that is not even in the TCG, the Fire King Consort Ulcanix. We will get this in the game next week also, and funnily enough, this will just replace or be able to replace the Snake Eye Ash and the missing Wanted here, as this is a very nice normal summon that together with another fire card, any fire card in the hand, is a very strong one card combo. So we can just go ahead and replace the Snake Eye Ash and the Wanted that we will lose with the Fire King Consort Ulcanix, and you can just go ahead and play this list as you see it right here. We also playing one of the old cards, the Garunix, that is already in the game. If you're not aware, this is the new Garunix. I will show you the one card Fire King Consort Ulcanix combo in a moment here, and together with those two level 8s you can also make a Photonaut or a Hope Harbinger if you want to. A lot of options here with the new Fire King deck, and in my opinion this will be the new tier 0 menace, the best deck in the game, as this also plays better into Maxi than it did the pure Snake Eye variant. So let me just hop over in the replay and show you what this deck can achieve. So we are starting with the Fire King Consort Ulcanix and another fire monster, because we need to, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can destroy one other fire monster in your hand or face up field. We need to destroy a fire monster in order to add a Fire Beast, Beast Warrior or Winged Beast monster from our deck to our hand. So we go normal summon the Ulcanix, we activate the effect, destroy the Ash. In this case you might also have another fire monster in the hand, and adding the legendary Fire King Ponix if your monster that was originally fire is destroyed by battle or card effect. So the Ash Blossom in this case, we can special summon this guy from the hand. So this is what we are going to do. He can now activate its effect on the field and add to our hand a Fire King spell or trap. We are going to add the Fire King Sanctuary, which is, if we activate it, able to place the field spell into the field zone, and can also protect the field spell once by destroying another fire monster on the field once per turn. Also, when your opponent special summons a monster, you can make an XYZ summon with your Fire King monsters. This gives you the ability to go, if you want to do that, into your Fire King boss monster, the Garunix Eternity He-Yang of the Fire Kings, which will probably get the animation and is a board clear on summon. So we are going to activate the Fire King Sanctuary and place the Fire King Island, which we can now use. Normally you will use the first effect. During the main phase you can destroy one monster in your hand or field, and if you do, add one Fire King monster from your deck to your hand. This is what we are going to do because we have another Fire King monster in our deck that if we destroy a fire monster, he can just be special summoned. So we're going to activate the island here, destroy our Ulcanix to add the I would say the boss monster of this deck, the real boss monster, the Sacred Fire King Garunix, which will always come back from the graveyard if we destroy a fire monster. It reads, if your monsters that was originally fire is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard if it was there when the monster was destroyed, or hand, even if not. So in this case we are able to summon this guy if this guy is normal or special summoned. Oh yeah, by the way, we can also activate Ulcanix effect, because Ulcanix in addition says if this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, which just happened, you can special summon one Fire King High Avatar Garunix, not this one, but the old card from your deck. So we are going one Ulcanix and then two Garunix. Garunix will special summon itself, and then Ulcanix will special summon the other Garunix. So we have both Garunixes on the field. This one you only want as a body. You don't really need to keep this on the field, as this also has not the greatest effect. So we don't want to get rid of it and just use it as material. But now, because we have summoned the Garunix, special summon normal would also work. We can activate this, and this can then, if this card is normal or special summon, destroy one Fire Beast, Beast Warrior or Winged Beast. You always have this tri-type with Fire King in your hand, deck or face up field, and then this gains half the attack of the monster. But the attack gain is not that important, at least not right now. We are destroying the Fire King Avatar Arvata, which is a monster negate on the field. It needs to destroy a fire monster for that, but can also, when sent to the grave, revive another Winged Beast, Beast Warrior or Beast monster, but it will be destroyed in the end phase, which is not a problem because we will use it for material. So we activate the Avatar in the graveyard, resummoning our Ulcanix. At this point you can go into a Sunlight Wolf. Don't need to go the Sunlight Wolf route though, but you can grab back the Ponix to the hand in a moment here, which is quite nice. We can go ahead and use the Link Goribo that we still have in the game. TCG does not have it anymore. Activate activate our Sunlight Wolf because something was summoned in the zone of the Sunlight Wolf to add back our Fire King Ponix that we will be able to special summon on our opponent's turn. I will show you how, and then have another search, because when we destroy something, it can once again be special summoned, but not in our turn, but in the next turn. Next we are going to do is use Sunlight Wolf and Linkuriboh, and there are different options that you could use. You could also go into a Heat Soul if you wanted to, but we go Promethean Princess here. Promethean Princess, revive the Avatar Kirin here, because Avatar Kirin is now a monster negate on the field, and then we obviously have to get rid of our Promethean Princess, so she's an interruption in the grave. So we go Princess and the Garunix into the Amlo Whale here. And now we have our monster negate on the field. We have the Princess in the graveyard that we can use to destroy one of our fire monsters and one of our opponent's special summoned monsters. And then we also have the Garunix here that will be able to be triggered when we destroy a fire monster, or when a fire monster is destroyed, to do something very interesting, but I will show you this in the next turn. So let's imagine our opponent activates a monster effect. We are going to negate it with the Fire King Avatar by destroying our Amlo Whale. Now we can go ahead, and because Amlo Whale was destroyed, we can target one Link 3 or lower monster in our graveyard, or at either graveyard actually, and special summon it. So we go activate the Amlo Whale and activate the Garunix, because a monster originally fire was destroyed, the Amlo Whale. Garunix will now resummon itself, and Amlo Whale can now either resummon the Linkuriboh or the Sunlight Wolf. You could summon the Sunlight Wolf, you could summon the Linkuriboh. The Linkuriboh you will also be able to resummon later on, because we will get the Ponix on the field once again, but let's just imagine we just keep the Linkuriboh. Now, because this was a normal or special summon, we can once again activate the Garunix, destroying another monster from our deck, and we will destroy the High Avatar Kirin, the card that was put to 2 in the OCG. During the main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you can destroy one other fire monster in your hand or face a field, and if you do, special summon this card, which this is quite nice to dodge an infinite impermanence or an effect Valor, for example, on your Snake Eye Ash or on whatever other fire monster. But if this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, what we just did here, you can special summon one Fire King monster from your hand or graveyard, except this one, and then you can destroy one card on the field non-targeting. So we can now just destroy a card on our opponent's field, but also can resummon the Ulcanix from the graveyard. So we activate the Kirin here. We can now also activate the Ponix, because a monster that was originally fire, Kirin, was destroyed. We are able to now special summon the Ponix from the hand. So here comes the Ulcanix, here comes the Ponix. We can now go, it doesn't really matter which one you want to get through, is the one that you put on the chain link 1. Chain link 1 Ulcanix, chain link 2 Ponix. Ponix can add us the Fire King Skyburn, which we can, as a quick play spell, destroy as many Fire King cards as we want, and as much cards on the field as we have destroyed Fire King cards. So if, for example, we destroy 2 Fire King cards then, or monsters, then we can destroy 2 cards of our opponent. And with the Ulcanix, we are able to grab another Kirin, for example, that we can then use next turn. As you can see, with this one card, basically one card, because we had another fire monster to destroy, obviously, there are even better combos if you are able to destroy one of your Fire King monsters, because you might already be aware of the fact that if you destroy them, they have kind of bonus effects. So it also matters which fire monster you destroy here. Obviously, we don't really want to destroy the Ash if we can avoid it. By the way, you could have also added the Ash back to the hand with the Sunlight Wolf, with the activation of the Linkuriboh if you would have wanted to do this. This is follow-up, and this is a hand trap, so it really depends on what you have in your hand and in your graveyard. But this you can achieve with your 1.5 card combo, basically, and you don't even have touched the Snake Eye engine, which obviously is also still in the deck here. You still want to open with Snake Eye Ash if you can, this much is clear, but this deck is very, very strong and will probably be dominating Master Duel. Come next week will be the new tier 0 menace, but at least if you ask me, this is a cooler deck than Snake Eyes. But you can let me know in the comments what you think of this. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting the thumbs up and the notification bell. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think of Fire King. Are you excited, or are you already bored of the deck? Let me know, and we will see each other in the next one.